So hi friends, this is our penultimate day for active and passive. Normally we're not going to, differentiate between active and passive. We are here to discuss the points where you can use active and where exactly the situation we can use passive. So it is more about the situation. It is nothing about the conversion. So don't,
Sir,
yes,
sir, sorry for the inconvenience. Have you
yep.
shared your screen because we couldn't see your screen actually?
No, I'll be coming live. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
So basically what happens most of the time, you feel that it is a conversion things. It's not at all conversion. It is something called I'm creating the situation, or I'm going to create the situation where you can use active and where you can use. I have already given you 5 lectures on different topics of active and passive, the nuances of usage, right? So today we are going to tell some things about very interesting, and of course this is the summary day, like means I'm going to summarize for you so that it is quite interesting, so that you can easily remember it. So let's start the session. I request everybody to mute their audio profile, so that we can easily you can easily listen to me. And once the class is over, I'll be definitely, you know don't worry, I'll take your questions, because since a lot of questions are pending for me, definitely I'm going to take the question, and we can move forward. So so what exactly I'm going to do, friends? We are learning something called about active and passive, and this is the last day of something called active and passive. Okay, active and passive. So what I have already informed you, my friends, we are not going for mere conversion. That means from active to passive. We are trying to create the situation. It is more about creating the situation where you can use passive and where you can use active. So let me give you, this is something called, since this is the summary class. So let me, again write you what I have already given to you. Okay. Something called active, the same things, right? Active means your focus is on the subject. The focus is on subject. And something called passive, the focus is on action. I request every team members to pay utmost attention, so that if you have missed out some of the points in my earlier lecture on active and passive, you can easily grasp it. So it is my sincere request to everybody to pay utmost attention, so that you can, there are certain point that you might have missed out. So in that particular situation, you what if you go thoroughly, because today the summary class, I'm not going to teach you something new except the future time, right? So what I have already informed you, my friends, active and passive is something called a two different way we can make a sentence. That's all. Two different way. It's not, because we are not merely trying to convert from active to passive. It's not merely a conversion. Okay, don't misunderstood me. Like, no, I'm not here to tell you like just convert like from active to passive. It's not like that, my friends. You have to create the situation, or you have certain situation, or you are going to face the situation where you can use passive, and there are certain situation in your life where you can use active. It is more about situation oriented course. It is sometimes about called that situation oriented course, because we are not simply going for conversion. Don't feel that I'm taking you, this is the sentence, you have to convert it from active to passive, and this is something called a passive sentence, you have to convert it from active passive to active. It's not like that. We are not going for the conversion. We are trying to create the situation, or we are trying to, I'm going to tell you the various situation in your life where you can use active and passive. So before I can tell more about that active and passive, because this is a summary class, I request everybody, don't log out, just listen carefully so that you can get a lot of things out of it, right? Because I'm not going to give you these lessons once more, because we have a lot of things pending for us. Hell number of things are there. We have to focus on that because we have to improve your communication skill. So this is a part of it contribute 5 to 6% whenever it comes to our communication skills. So this is the fundamentals. Like whenever I say active, always focus on the subject. Whenever I say passive, it is focus on the on the action part. It is completely silent on the like subject part, right? So I have given you simple present, past, simple present and simple past. Two things has already been given you, and I have given you how you can use in different situations. I've given you perhaps in the part 1 or part 2 series, and I have already given you like what is present progressive and past progressive. I have given you the situation and how to use it. I've given you present perfect and past perfect. Perhaps it was I did it yesterday, and one video was there also. If somebody has missed it out, they can check it out, or you can listen this video very attentively so that you can get a lot of things out of it. And the last thing is that present perfect progressive. I have been working, it has been running, like that. So normally in our day-to-day life, we don't use active to passive in present perfect progressive. Present perfect progressive or past perfect progressive, we are not using because it's very rare use. So I'm going to omit this lesson. I am going to tell you something straight away about something called future time. Future time. First, we will discuss what is future time and how you are going to shape future time, how you are going to construct future time. So future time, how to express future time and using different situations, right? The first thing is that called using shall will form. When you can use it, shall and will form. That this is something called uncertain future. If I say I will call you off, uncertain, I have never given the time frame, right? The I am if I say that I will go to hospital, that means it is sudden decision I make based on the situation, right? So it is something called shall will used in two ways. One is called, let me create the situation for you, something called like the uncertain future, something called uncertain future. This is the first thing. And the second things I'm going to tell you, my friends, the first things I already in uncertain future, this is the first things. And the second things I already inform you, that is something called you can say that the decision that you have taken immediately, right? So two things you can use. One is called shall will is used for uncertain future. That means you are not certain where you can use it. This is very important. And the second thing is that the decision that you have taken immediately, or you are going to take immediately, or you can say it is better, you can say that you are going to take, or you are going to take that you are going to take immediately. So in our life, we face this kind of situation. Suppose, look at the scenario. If I know somebody is calling to Rupak sir, the Rupak sir can say, Sir, I'm in a class. Can I call you back after some time? So sometime means when? It is after 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, or 5 minutes. He's not assigning any time. You suppose your mom is giving you something. It's okay. I'll eat. I'll eat. When? Uncertain future. Suppose you can say that I'll go to market. When? When you are going to market? I'll go to market. It's not certain. You may go, you may not go. It will rain. The sky is cloudy. It may rain or it will rain. That means you are not sure. So uncertain future, you are not, giving. Yes, you are not. I request everybody to mute it, please. Whenever you are, please mute it, everybody, please. I'm not going to repeat it every time. So something called when we are using shall will form for uncertain future, and we are using also shall will form the decision that you are going to take immediately. Suppose right now I feel some pain here. How can I say? I can say like this, like friends, I cannot continue the class. I'll go to the hospital. That means the decision I have taken or I'm going to take immediately, right? So what are you going to do? You are going to use shall and will form. Remember, you can say like I will take a mango. So here what is the active form? Active form is that something called subject plus shall and will and plus v1, like that. You are going to tell this is the subject and this is called shall and will. You can use shall and you can use also will. So it depends upon you. If you say, sir, can I use shall or can I use will? Both are possible because there's no difference between shall and will. But it's better 90% of the American people use will. So better use will. If you'll ask me, sir, what exactly you are using? I always use will. I don't use shall. But if shall is wrong, no, it's not wrong also. It's not wrong, but the preference is there because I'm very comfortable with will form. So you can say that I can use will most of the time. So it is better for me that I can use will. So what is more important that whenever I say that something called uncertain future or the decision that you are going to take immediately, this is something called I will take a mango. How the structure is there, this is called subject. Shall and will, either will is there plus take means v1, right? So this is something called active form. And what is the formula for passive form? It's quite simple. The simple formula is like that. You can say object because everything starts with object. This is something called object plus shall or will plus b plus bt, right? You can say like this. Let me give you this example. I will take a mango. Here object is a mango, right? A mango. You can use shall or will. Let me use will. Will be. What is the verb here? Verb is take, means v1 is there. I have to use v3. So take, took, taken. The mango will be taken. That's all. I have already informed you, my friends, don't use by somebody, by me, by clause. It's absolutely not required in active to passive, right? Basically in passive, don't use the format that you have been using for a long time. You can say it will be done. Suppose, right, like Rasmi side is under me, is my colleague, or you can say we are working in the same company, L&T. Suppose L&T Infotech, he's the employee there. Suppose I am also employee, I am his superior, I am his TL, and he is doing the work remotely right now, work from home. So I can call Rasmiji, this is the project I'm going to give you, and I want to say that can you complete it before 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, like sir, it will be done. It will be done. It means that work will be done. That means without assigning how many persons are doing that, because you are not going to identify yourself. You are not identify your colleagues. Suppose in remotely 5 persons are involved, executing a project. So in that particular situation, you can say, don't worry, it will be done. It will be done means the work will be done by whom? It may be by Hari, Sam, Jadu, Rathar, by anybody, Peter. So remember, the formula is like that: object plus shall and will, and be plus be3. That's all. And right now, I have given you the formula for each and everything, so you are going to convert it. Whether it is, I'm going to write it here, that what exactly you can remember it for present simple, for present perfect, for present progressive, and for shall will form. For everything, you have a formula, right? I am going to write the formula here so that you can easily express. So what I want to tell you, this is something called future time. We don't need anything about future. Just be form. Yes, sir, don't worry, it will be done. That's all. So whenever I say it will be done, so I want to tell you, like whether it is active or passive, you have to look for the, what you have to look for the situation. What is the situation? The situation is that every time you remember that if you're focusing on the subject, who is going to do the work, you can say that it is something called active. If you're not going to do, if you're not going to highlight the subject, you are focusing more on the action part, then you can use passive. So active or passive, that purely a choice depends upon it. It is not mandatory that in this particular situation you can use active, or this is the situation you can use passive. It is person specific. Suppose I feel I should not tell the name of my friend who has done it, then I can use passive. But you say that yes, person has done it. Then if you say that person has done it, then you can use person has done it. It is done or it was done. Who done that? You are not going to tell. So whether it is passive or it is active, the choice is yours. It is your choice, right? It is not like, it's not universally acceptable situations where I can tell, sir, you can use this one, you can use here, you can use there. No, it's not like that, my friends. Remember, this is called the focus is in the subject. If you want to focus on it, what is the situation? Suppose you are sitting in an interview. If you are sitting in an interview, you are supposed to highlight your things. You are supposed to highlight about yourself. If I'll say, okay, Rasmi sir, tell me something about yourself. You can start, sir, my name is Rasmi, like that. You can start it from there. But whenever you are trying to say, okay, tell me something about your major highlights, or what are the projects you have taken, previous company, or the company you are currently, holding a position, then you have to highlight, sir, I have done like this, I have done like this. What is the need of passive? No need of passive. Suppose you are trying to take the ownership of something, use active. You don't want to take the ownership, use passive. So basically what happens in our day-to-day life, whether it is you are doing something, or there is something called you want to highlight about a personal things achievement, or something called professional achievement, professional achievement, or you want to give a statement about yourself, always use active. Don't use passive. That's petty. You cannot say, I have given you, like, you can say, sir, I have completed 10 projects in 5 months time with this much of time frame and with 0 error. Can you say, sir, 5 projects were completed by me and all are 0 errors? Why you are going to tell? Because you want to highlight your name here. Then always use active. There is nothing called passive here. And please forget the things that you have already learned in your school days. That always you have to use by me, by that, by that. Remember, I am going to give you, this is the summary class. So I am going to highlight everything I have taught you. Everything from every examples I am going to give you. So it is going to, you will get a sense out of it. So let me tell you, my friends, this is called something called future time. For future time, for uncertain future, shall and will form will be there. So this is called certain future. uncertain future, or the decision that you are going to take immediately. So for that situation, you can say the mango will be taken. That means you will take, I don't know. If you want to say I am going to take that, I'll take that, then say I take, Hari is take. Okay. So basically, this kind of things are very, very rare things. Active to passive depends upon you, and basically in the future, something will be done. Don't worry, it will be done. Suppose I am handling a team and you are my client and you are calling me, sir, I want my project by today, sir, at any cost, because you know that everything is ready, only the software part is there. I have already given. Suppose you are a web developer, you are a website developer. Rupak sir is a website developer. So, so I have given a task like, www English can Odisha is the URL of that particular website, and this is the content, and this is the things. I have explained everything. Right now, Rupak sir takes my call. I say, sir, it's already 5 days. You told me to deliver it 3 days. And anyway, 1 day is already gone. So I need my website today. By 6 o'clock, I want it should be live. Then Rupak said, don't worry, sir. It will be done. It will be done. तामाने किए करिवो? Team करिवो से team ना highlight करना दी. My team is going to do it. No, it will be done. Don't worry, sir. It will be done. That means that's it. The focus is in action. ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଏ କରିବ? ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ 5 ଜଣ ପିଲା ଅଛନ୍ତି କି 6 ଜଣ ପିଲା ଅଛନ୍ତି. You are not going to highlight the name of that person. It is of no use. ଆପଣ ଯଦି କହିବେ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ରାମକୁ ଦେଇଛି ରାମ କରିବ, ସେ ରାମ ହଉ, ଶ୍ୟାମ ହଉ, ଯଦୁର ହଉ, ଅଥର୍ବ ହଉ, ଯିଏ ବି ହଉଛି, it is none of my business. What is I am more interested whether my work is done or not. So that's why your focus will be on the work side. You can say, sir, don't worry, it will be done. It means the work will be done, be done, like that. So let me tell you, my friend, whenever you want to highlight the action part, it is very important. You have to focus on passive. Otherwise, every sentence, please focus on the active part. And whenever you are not sure, you can use passive. And more importantly, and you can highlight it. You can highlight, because this is perhaps a highlighter. Whenever you are sitting an interview, whenever you are trying to highlight your personal things, personal achievement, your family life, something about the things you like, something about your favorite subject, something your favorite pastime, something about yourself. I mean something called professional achievement. Always use active. Don't use passive. You never use it, because this is something called a negative things you are going to tell. Whenever I say, sir, I like math very much. Sir, math was liked by me. Why should I use? Tell me, because I want to focus on the subject. Who like it? If you'll ask me, Rupak sir is sitting, Indri sir is sitting, Litan sir is sitting in the panel, and I am before them. They are asking, okay, Prasanna ji, just I have checked all your academic records, and you are superstar at math, 100%. Yes, sir. It's my favorite subject, or I like it. Why should I say? Upon my nije kuntu, mu kon kon paibi, the math is liked by me. Why? What is the need of that? It's a logic nine. Upon jemti koibe because of active to passive kariya pai, I am going to do that. It's very, very unnecessary thing. And because it's unnecessary things, we are not going to, communicate properly. So be specific. Be specific. Always I always inform you. If you want to focus on yourself, then tell, I have done it. ଯଦି ଆପଣ hide କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି, you can say it was done. I don't know who has done it. Oh, my friend has broken the chair. ଆପଣ ନିଜ friend କୁ broken କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି, ମାନେ highlight କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି. You can say the chair has been broken. I don't know who has done it, right? So remember, if your focus is in the subject, and whenever you are trying to sit in, you are sitting in an interview, what exactly happening? You want to sell yourself. You want to tell something good about you. Then they are going to, they are going to select. Otherwise, it's quite difficult. If I'll ask you, like, Indresh sir, this is your things. What you have done so far? Yes, sir, I have seen that you have done BTech. Why you have done BTech? Sir, I did BTech because of these things. It was my favorite pastime, or my parents pressurized me, or my friends did that. That's why I follow it. Like that, you have to say. You have to start with I. You cannot say it was done by me. No, all your personal, let me tell you once more, don't make that particular mistake. Don't make that mistake. Always all your personal things use in active. Start with I have done it, Darshan. I have completed it. I have taken 5 projects. I have, make a turnover that company of 5 crore. Always start with I, because that is the command you want to show that particular interview panel. If you are selling, it was done. ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଟିମ୍ କରିଛି, ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ କାହିଁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? The focus is in action, not the subject. ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ କଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି, what exactly you have done. Suppose ଆପଣ ମତେ ପଚାରିବେ sir, so since how long you have been teaching? ମୁଁ କଣ କହିବି, sir I have been teaching. ଆପଣ ମତେ क्वेश्चन ଟା कले, ମୁଁ କହିବି the teaching was done. ତାମାନେ ସେଟା ମୁଁ କରୁଥିଲି ନା ଆଉ କୋଉ ମାନେ କରୁଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ହାଇलाइट କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁନି. So why should I put you in trouble? ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏଠି ଆପଣ ମତେ accept କରିଦିଅ, okay Prasanna sir is our trainer, but in a interview why they are going to accept your sentence? They are going to reject you. So you should be very particular, my friends. Always use active for your personal statement, whatever the personal statement. Sir, can I cannot attend the class tomorrow. Why should I are going to tell, sir, the class will not be attended by me tomorrow? Why? You are trying to take the ownership. Suppose you are going to Puri, Liton sir is coming, is traveling tomorrow. He can say, sir, I cannot attend the class tomorrow because I am traveling to Mumbai. Over. Can he say that, sir, the class cannot be attended by me? Why? What is the need? You want to highlight yourself, you want to highlight, you want to take the ownership, then use active. So that's very important. Whenever there is something is there, then you want to always conversion, then you are in trouble. Let me tell you, it's very honestly, I'm going to tell you, my friends, your personal things, everything about the personal, take the ownership and tell I, not by me. I have done it, sir. You are going to the manager's way. Prasanna, have you done that? Yes, sir, I have done it. Why you will say, sir, it was done by me? Why? What is the need? Nothing. And don't use by me, by him, by them in your natural conversation process, as far as active to passive is concerned in spoken English. Also, it can be done in written communication also. Both are correct. You can say, sir, whatever I'm going to teach you, is it valid in written communication? Yes, my friends, you can use the same. And don't try to compare these particular things with your textbook, whatever what you have learned so far in your textbook, 10th plus 2 or plus 3. Don't compare, because that was theory and this is practical. You have learned a plus b whole square. You have learned trigonometry. You have learned calculus, differentiation, integration. Can you tell me where exactly you are using right now? Nowhere. Nowhere you are using. But the problem is that why you have learned that? It's because you want to secure mark. But here you are not securing mark. You are trying to prove yourself. This is the skill actually. You are trying to learn it is skill. So don't make that mistake. माने मु कहिबार उद्देश्य होची आपण गोटे ट्रेडिशनली पढी के आस्तिले तार काम थिला खाली मार्क पाया पे दैट से कामटा ओवर हे गेला बर्तमान आपण मार्क पाउ नांती यू आर ट्राइंग टू कम्युनिकेट विथ एवरीबॉडी आपण गोटे छोटी एग्जांपल दोउची धरंतु मो ऑफिस को मु आसिली माय बे इज देयर एंड समबडी हैज डू समथिंग 500 rupees has been stolen, something like that. मु चेक करली तो व्हाट आई कैन से मु तो जानि नि के नै छि बोली आई कैन शो माय गॉड 500 rupees has been stolen, let me check the CCTV, then I can find it out who has done it. So I can find it out, okay Hari has done that, because Hari has come and taken the money. I can say Hari took my money. So after that, whenever I get the confirmation, I can use that. So before that, I can use passive. I can say 500 has been stolen, the chair has been broken, like that. It is passive, because I don't know the person, I don't know the name of the person and the person who did that. I only know that something. So action part is there. The action part I am using focus on the action part. I have to use passive. If I know that person, then I have to use active. Don't buy me, buy somebody, buy Hari. It's a very wrong statement. Don't use that. जदि आपण एबे भी मत पचेबे सर तथापि आम बुझी पाइलुनी आमको आगुरु काहे बाय पढाउतिला कोन पई पढाउतिला बे छाडी दंतु से जो पढाउतिला आपनकर काम रे किछ लागिवनी से if you are a teacher, you try to teach like this and tell your syllabus ko mu change kari paribi. Can I change the syllabus? But I can tell you, because I do have 15 long year experience in corporate sector. I have been using this language for a long time. तो मु आपन कॉर्पोरेट कम्युनिकेशन केमति व्यवहार करा जाय इंग्लिश ता ता व्यवहार करिवि. टेक्स्ट बुक काई चेंज हलानी, ओडिया मीडियम रे एटा काई अछि इंग्लिश, दैट इज समथिंग द पॉलिसी मेकर. सो लिव टू देम. आमे तो से भितर को जिबानी, because we are not policy maker. We are very much happy with our bread and butter. You are working, I am also working. So very much. So what is more important? The वर्तमान परिप्रेक्षी हमु को लैंग्वेज ता अछि, आमे how we are going to use it. That's all. So remember, don't use by clause. I've already given a lot of examples. Don't use by clause. By me, by him, by them, not like that. Either you say they did that, they did that, I did it, she did it. अपन डायरेक्ट कहंतु, इनडायरेक्ट काई इट वाज डन, यह ता द्वारा करा जाईछि, काई से करिछि कहले असुविधा कोन होई? व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ दैट? मु जदी जानिले. यस यस सर.
हरि मते फॉलो करूची सेटा कोन हबो? हरि फॉलो बाय मी हबो ना?
हां, हरि फॉलो इज फॉलोइंग मी
बाय मी हबोनी.
नो, हरि फॉलोइंग मी नॉट बाय मी. मो द्वारा से करूची की आपण मते कोंतु हरि आपण को फॉलो करूची. यस
यस.
Okay, then Hari is following me. That's all. Hari is following me. जब एटा को एक्टिव करी पैसिव करिवे, I am being followed by Hari. Why? Hari is following me. आको जदि मो पैसिव करिवे, it will be I am being followed by Hari. But why should I use that? By Hari. Why? What is the need? Apan ghost nahi kohiya pai. Don't. I was followed by somebody. Why you are going to tell? Then why you are giving the statement? Jodi apan. So that is more important. You have to focus on the subject. Jodi actually apan janile Hari apan ko follow karuchi. Tale apan kon likhibe? Hari is following me. Jodi apan jani nahanti, somebody is following you. You can say that I am being followed. I am being followed, so there is danger on my life or something like that. Take necessary action. I am being followed by whom? Nobody knows. It is the department decision to take out, or they can find it out. If you are going to write a complaint to somebody, you are going to write a complaint box or write a letter, or you are going to an FIR telling that sir Hari is following me and I'm in trouble like that. Then put the name Hari. But in place of that, you say, I am being followed by Hari. What is the meaning of that? No meaning at all. So always use Hari is following me. That's why I already inform you. Either you are very much interested in a subject. Here I am very much interested in a subject. Then I can say, it's very clear that Hari is following me. Why should I say that I am being followed by Hari? No. It's completely no. Right? Now are you getting my point, everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you. So this is something called future time, and this is called active and passive. Let me paraphrase for the last time, like what are the things you have learned so far. The certain things you have learned, let me paraphrase it for you. Certain things you have already learned it. What are the things you have learned? This particular things is very important. Allow me just 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes I'm taking your for active and passive. So please be, please have patience and listen carefully. Something called active and passive. We have learned it. Active versus passive. We are not going to convert it from active to passive. No, there is nothing called conversion. We are simply finding out the situation where I can use passive, where I can use active separately. It is not the conversion. आपण क्वेश्चन आसीबनी एमती. इट इज नॉट अबाउट क्वेश्चन. आपण को केही पचारिबेनी. If you can't identify Hari, you can say I am being followed. Pratik, understood? I am being followed. Now clear? Pratik, this is the response to your question. If you don't know Hari, then you can say I'm being followed. How the sentence come? Because it's there. आपण ମୁଁ ଦେଇଥିଲି ଆମର 6ଟା ସିରିଜ ଚାଲିଛି ନା, ଏଟା 6 ସିରିଜ, ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ସିରିଜ ରେ ଅଛି, ଏଟା ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଦେବେ, ମୁଁ ଡିटेल्स ରଖି ଦେଇଛି। ସିରିଜ 1 ଗୋଟେ SQL technique use କରିକି, then 2 3 4 5 and this is the failure treatment, this is the summary. So everything has been given to you. Let me try once more. Okay, so this is the things I am being followed. If I don't know the name of hurry. Okay, so active and passive. First, let me tell you something called simple present. This is something called active. What is active? Active is something called subject plus V1, right? And the passive will be like this. Object plus is, am or are plus V3, right? I'll give a lot of examples. It is there. One is called present progressive. If I say present progressive, what is active? Active is something called subject plus is, am or are plus V1 plus ing, right? And passive will be like this. The passive will be like this: object plus is, am or are plus being plus B3, right? Then I can give you examples of this is called present progressive, present perfect. Present perfect. This is called subject active. This is called active. Subject plus has or have plus V3, right? And what is the passive form? The passive will be, I mean present perfect passive. Present perfect passive will be object plus has or have plus been plus V3. So what is the common trend you have seen? Everything is V3, 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 right? And something called like future time. Future time active. Something called, I can say, like subject plus shall and will, shall or will, anything you can use, plus B1. But passive, I can say object plus shall or will plus B plus B3. Check it out. Being is used, being for present progressive. Been, present perfect, right? Be, future time, shall will form. So this is all about the chat, right? And let me tell you, my friends, you can use it whenever it is necessary. You can use it active whenever it is necessary. You can use passive whenever it is also necessary. It is not mandatory that you have to use, like, every time you can use. I've already given a lot of examples to you. And remember, all your personal highlights, anything about a personal statement, personal achievement, and professional achievement, use active. Personal things, all the personal things, right? You can say that, it's very much, I have taken tea. Suppose I am going, Leighton sir is my friend, I can, Leighton sir, just take a cup of tea. No, no, sir, I have taken it. What is the need of, sir, a tea is taken by me, or a cup of tea is taken by me. No, don't use like this. Illogical. If you say, sir, can I use? No, don't use it. This is the not the right way. Like people of America and England used to do that. They don't use like this. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ already କହିଦେଇଛି collocation ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି. Okay. Whenever you say collocation is something. I'll take your question, sir. Sir, collocation is something you can say that the cupping the foreigners in their own language. How they exactly use? I am doing the mistake. No, I am making the mistake. I am giving attention. No, I am paying attention. Why? Today is Sunday. No, it is Sunday today. Why? This is how the foreigner use. You cannot say, sir, can I use like this? Upon देखुथिबे Facebook रे, I have checked out one of the Facebook. One a person who posted it. He is a lecturer in a government college. And सेठे लिखा होची, today is my nephew's birthday. Wrong. It is the birthday of my nephews today. But can I go and call them up, sir? Please rectify it. No, no need. Rectify yourself. That's all. Okay. So this is all about the things. And whenever you are trying to highlight your own things, always use active. Right now, sir, I want to take a question. Indraj sir, ask me. Any question?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. As you told, certain future and uncertain future.
Correct.
So, in as per our requirement, we can use shall and will.
Correct.
And the 90% case we are using will. Then in
Correct.
which case will we use that the shall? Suppose as I believe shall we can use for that only the certain case.
No,
Is
it's
it
not
correct?
like this. No, no, sir. You can use shall. There is no difference. Let me tell you, shall and will is something called, it is something called neutral things. They don't specify any situation. You can say shall, I shall go, I will go. Both are correct. What I am going to tell you, 90% of the American people, 90% not the situation, American people use shall. If you'll ask me, sir, I don't use shall. I use will. आमु सदाळे will use करे. जदि आपण चाहिबे जे it is lot about the situation. आपण जदि कहिबे जे नाही सर मु को situation use करी, there is nothing. Future time uncertain. आपण के इच्छा आपण यूज करन shall, आपण यूज करन will. किंतु कोटे तो गोटे यूज करिवे ना. आपण फ्लुएंसी आसिया पई आपण shall यूज करथिबे, will यूज करथिबे, तो सिंक्रोनाइजेशन हबन. आपण टी पते पड़ी जिवे. तो आपण गोटे प्रैक्टिस करंतु. Whether you can use shall or either you can use will. Upon the I shall go and I will go. What is the difference? No difference at all. If I say I shall go there.
Sorry for interrupt, sir. Regarding my question, suppose I want to go there, I want the permission in that area. Okay. Definitely I will be asked, shall I go there?
No.
Or will
No, sir. If you need permission, you have to ask can. For asking permission, you have to use can. That is something called modals. Asking can I ask a question? That is called one way. Or I can say, if I am going for a polite request, I can say, will you allow me? Will you allow me to ask a question? Will you allow me to go there? So shall I go there means it doesn't ask. That means you are trying to, something you are asking. It is not a kind of permission, sir. It is not the permission. आमे सदाळे ओडिया रु इंग्लिश कर दउछन. मु आपन कहिछि सेटा. Shall I go there? मु सेटा को जाई जिबी. मु सेटा को जिबी. मु जिबी की? मु सेटा को जिबी की? ता माने ओडिया रे जदि आपन कहउछन्ती. तो आपन एक्चुअली कोन पतेरे पम मु सेटा को परमिशन नउछन्ती. मु सेटा को जाई परिबी की? No, you cannot. Yes sir. Can I go there? No. Can I ask a question? No. So if you ask permission, that comes under modal, sir. Modal sir हमें पढ़िबा. Basically, you use can or could or would. That you can use modals.
Yeah,
Okay.
that.
So, but you don't use shall and will for taking permission, sir. आपण कहंतु मु कहबी जे shall यूज करबी why should I use shall what is the need of using shall I go there ता माने कोन मु सेटा को जिबी की what exactly you want to are you taking permission or you are trying to give your own things सेटा तो जाना पड़नी सर sentence anyway this is nothing something called I mean active passive but in reference to your question आपण जदि चाहूचंती what exactly you want to do आपण polite request नवा पई चाहूचंती polite request करिया पई चाहते request means could would or like that shall is not used as a polite request sir. It's never used. You can say sir can I go there can I ask a question shall I ask a question what is the meaning मु गोटे पचारिबी मु गोटे क्वेश्चन पचारिबी मु गोटे क्वेश्चन पचारि पारिबी की that means you are asking for the permission so try to change that sentence now it's clear or any problem ask me
Yeah, it's clear.
so let me tell you this is something called active and passive and these are the things and remember those who are trying for interview don't use it's completely no whenever it comes to active always use your personal things personal highlight personal achievement professional achievement in active don't use in passive is there whenever you don't want to mention that person or you don't want to that you don't know that person the office is closed the office has been closed it is being closed it is Sunday today the schools are closed you don't want to highlight the person who has the government has it is Sunday today the government has closed the office अपन कहउछन सेटा no the office is closed office बंद हे गलानी किए बंद करछि अपन कहउ नांती exactly because you don't know who has done it so that's why you have to use passive oh my god रास्ताटा बंद हे जाइछि the road has been closed किए बंद कला अपन देखिछंती सेटे अपन हठात जाई पहुंचंती so what is oh my god गोटे चेयर टे भांगी जाइछि one chair has been broken like reaction आपण इंग्लिश कहबे ना इंग्लिश टा पूरा परफेक्ट आबा दरकार सिचुएशन सहित आ आपण जदी ट्रांसलेशन करी कहबे हबनी आज्ञा आपण आसिले हठात आपण को कंप्यूटर धरंतु आपण घर को आसिले घरे गोटे के भांगी देछि कोन गोटे ओ माय गॉड लाइक आपण जानले किंतु जे कहबे जे सी के भांगी छि बोली धरंतु आपण को झियो मीरा कि आपण सिस्टर मीरा भांगी देछि तो आपण जानछंती मीरा हैज ब्रोकन इट यू आर गोइंग टू टेल नो ओ माय गॉड one chair is broken was broken or has been broken who did it oh Mira has broken this chair okay let me ask her like that so passive and active two different situation आपण कन्वर्सन करिवेन सेटा जो कांसेप्ट रहि जाई छि एक्टिव मु जानि छि पैसिव जानि छि कन्वर्सन करिवे नो कन्वर्सन यार सिचुएशन अलगा entirely two different we are in two different world first situation हला मते आपण हाइलाइट करिया पय चाहउछंती ऑब्जेक्ट को सब्जेक्ट को हाइलाइट करिया पय चाहउछंती यूज एक्टिव केवल एक्शन ऊपर फोकस होबा पय चाहउछि किए कला किए न कला आपण जायस नाही सपोज आई एम द टीम लीडर आई कैन आस्क देवाशीष व्हाट यू इट हैज टू बी डन यस सर आई विल कंप्लीट आई डोंट नो हु हैज डन इट हैज टू बी डन दैट मींस पैसिव एटा हबा दरकार आपण कहउछंती आपण ओडिया रे भी कहउछंती मु किछि जाननी संध्या भितर या हबा दरकार आपण कहउछंती कि आपण को सांग माने मिसे एटा करिया दरकार मु किछि जाननी मते संध्या भितर कामटा दरकार बाय आई एम कमिंग यू कैन से आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग आई वांट द वर्क शुड बी फिनिश्ड दैट इज पैसिव बाय द इवनिंग तमाने संध्या भितर कामटा हबा दरकार यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू हाइलाइट दैट इज कॉल्ड पैसिव समथिंग कॉल्ड पैसिव तो आपण अनेक गुडे ओडिया रे मध्ये पैसिव कहउछंती कामटा बहुत आगे गलानी तमे देखुछ रोड हम धर मु पचारि आउ रोड काम केते हां कामटा बहुत आगे गलानी किए करछि आपण कहउछंती से माने कामटा को आगे नेलेनी इनती कहउछंती आपण बा कहउछंती कामटा आगे गलानी बहुत काम आगे गलानी जदि मु पचारि सर लिटन सर आपण जो घरटा करछन कोन हां सर ऑलमोस्ट छात पतन हेई गलानी किए कलानी बोली कहउछंती आपण जे मिस्त्री माने लागि कलानी बोली नो that means the work has been all up to gone to that level that foundation level like that you are going to tell so every times you are also using passive so there are many situations in your life where exactly in Oriya forget about the English आपण ओडिया रे मध्ये passive बहुत यूज करछंती but how to use them in English ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହିଲି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ରହିଯାଇଛି ମୁଁ ଆକ୍ଟିଭ ଜାଣିଛି ତାକୁ ପ୍ୟାସିଭ କରିଚାଲ नो 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 यूज एक्टिव व्हेन इट इज रिक्वायर्ड यूज पैसिव व्हेन इट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू आर डिफरेंट थिंग्स वन इज नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर अदर इज साउदर्न हेमिस्फीयर दिजन जाको गोटे जगह रे मिसंतु आपण कहबेन जे मु एक्टिव जानछि ने पैसिव कर देबे नो इट्स नॉट रिक्वायर्ड निजर पर्सनल अचीवमेंट पर्सनल हाइलाइट बा पर्सनल जहां भी आपण पर्सनल जोटा ओनरशिप नवा पई चाहउछंती स्पीक इट इन द एक्टिव फॉर्म always in the active form don't use passive so this is all about the lessons for today